Good day, dear friends. Welcome to our YouTube channel, Mukham Institute. Today, we will be learning about the design principle scale. What exactly do we understand about scale is according to the human scale and its manifestation. Scale is the relative size or extent of something. Like an example here is no one foresaw the scale of the disaster. It's like the amount of something. Here we are seeing scale in terms of human size. We can see this is probably a brick. Now going by the human size, this rectangle on your right is probably a bench. Now the human scale remains the same, but the rectangle has increased in size. And now this looks more like a house. And now the rectangle has grown so big that it probably qualifies as a building. Scale refers to the relationship between two or more objects, one that has commonly known size, like a human figure. In most cases, the size of objects is compared to the human scale. We can find examples of this in our homes and workplaces. For instance, standardized heights have been created for countertops, chairs, and have been scaled to fit our bodies. The width of hallways allow for people to comfortably pass by. We can see that we build our environment, and it is commonly known as anthropometric data of human scale. This is the Vitruvian Man sketched by Leonardo da Vinci and how proportionately it fits into a square and a circle. These were the different human size scales which were derived by different artists and designers. And this is the Le Corbusier scale according to human measurements. Here we can see the different anthropometric postures as to how much height is required for reaching the top of a cabinet and how much height is required for reaching the tabletop and how much is the height required for sitting comfortably, and so on. Scale is all about relativity. In the initial examples, we saw how we are relating scale of a human with the scale of a rectangle and assuming what it can be. So that's the reason why scale is all about relativity. Here, the suggestion is of a mirror. Here you can see a large full-size scale mirror. Now, the question is how to create the correct proportion and scale. Here you can see the application of contrasting colors and textures on the ceiling, walls, and floor, as well as the incorporation of low horizontal furniture, could lead to this room being a little out of scale. But the designer has counterbalanced this effect by repeating the low horizontal light fixtures, and everything looks proportionate and well scaled. Now you can here also see the judicious use of modern finishes coupled with the old rustic looking finish on the pillars and on the ceiling. This has been judiciously managed by the designer. The white has been contrasted, the fresh white has been contrasted with the rustic browns and yellows. Now, you can see this hanging light is quite large, and in a general context it would be considered out of proportion and out of scale, but the way the designer has used it, it automatically sets into the scheme of things. Often we apply scale in contrasting ways to emphasize a particular area. Now the designer is trying to emphasize on the yellow bed, and the light has been used in such a way that it automatically enhances the area, and using an oversized upscaled version of hanging light automatically creates a very quirky impact. Scale is interchangeably used with the word size. A larger room can handle furnishings and decor that are larger in scale, and vice versa. The smaller room is more delicate the furnishings and decor should be. Here you can see on the right, this is a very small compact room, and hence compact lighting and compact table and furniture items have set in. Here you can see the wardrobe has set in very well. On the left side you can see this is a large living area with big size sofas and a fireplace which is also quite dominating the scene with the stone finish. So such dominating finishes and upholstery and furniture can be used in a large sized room. Now talking of furnishings, the main furnishing item in the room sets the stage for the scale of all other furnishings. For example, an overstuffed sofa and a delicate side table may not gel well with each other. So imagine we have a sleek table here being coupled with sleek chairs. Here we have a sofa which is being balanced with curtains of similar color and upholstery which has got classic pattern, and a table which is also of a classic styling. Height is also a part of the scale. The higher the ceiling, the taller and more imposing the furniture pieces can be. Low ceilings ask for low furniture and decor. The one exception to this rule is using low modern furnishings in a room with tall ceilings to achieve a dramatic effect. Here you can see how a regular sized ceiling has been matched with a slightly taller door, and the sofa proportionately sits at less than half the height of the room. While here in this example we have taken tall chairs which go beyond almost half the height of the room, and the focus is on the furniture in this case. Here you can see your eye moves around the entire room, while here you can see the focus is on the furniture. So using taller furniture which is more than 1/3 of the room height will automatically bring the furniture into focus. White space. This is the space around and above the furniture. A room rarely looks good when every square inch of it is filled. The eye needs room to rest in a space. So provided by leaving some surfaces uncovered and some walls plain unless there is a requirement. Here there are two examples of white space. You can see on this place has been left open with only the carpet moving into the picture. And here you can see where a very moderate amount of decor being used. Patterns. If the room is small, keep the patterns to scale. Use smaller prints and few patterns. A large room can typically handle larger prints and more colors. If you have a small room but prefer a larger print, it should make sure it has a lot of white space in it and is used sparingly. Here we can see how the patterns have been used. A subtle 3D pattern on the wall background has been combined with plain floor finish. On the left side, you can see the staircase has a tree texture in the background, and a large pattern dominates the space, but the space is also large. Thank you. Please like and subscribe our videos, and we will be presenting you with more interior design ideas and interior design tips and techniques in the coming videos.